breakthrough. It's like an enormous breakthrough. Put your glasses on a piece of string when you get to a certain age, because you don't give a rat's ass what people think. I think I've got to that certain age. I'm going to read a couple of poems, and then Mr. Kowalski, you can prep yourself, please. You're on in 7.5 minutes, okay? Something like that. Kirsten, that was really good. Thank you. And David, thank you, David. You're excellent as well. Liam, you were magnificent. This is a bracket of poems that are about dogs. What happens is that against all of your better wishes or intentions, as you get older, somehow magically you seem to get better at what you're doing. This applies to people who fix drains. It applies to people who build houses, people who drive buses. It applies to all of us. If you stick at something, and if you've got some skill at it, eventually you'll establish more skill at it. And people will say, oh yeah, he's all right. Anyway, recently I loaded all of my poems into one great big long text file. And then I was able to search through the text file by keyword. First of all, I said, give me all the poems that mention the word cat. So, there's no poems that mention the word cat. For the last 30 years, I have not mentioned one poem that's got the word cat in it. It's like crazy. Where are all the fucking cat poems, David? I'll tell you why, because I fucking hate cats. Not really. I just thought I've been soured by several experiences with people who've obviously got 6 or 7 cats. You know these people. When I did a keyword search for the word dog, however, 22 poems came up with the word dog in them. It's like, yes! 22 poems. In most people's language, it's a collection. Yeah. So this is a collection of poems which I'm working on at the moment. It's called Dog Pack. It's about dogs. Obviously. Hiatus. Once I stayed bedbound and rooted and useless. I stayed this way for almost 3 months, and I slept, and I slept, and I slept, and I put on 2 stone in weight, and I almost burnt the house down twice. I saw people as stick insects through the windows of the Newmarket commuter bus. I conceived a child called Lola, and became the second owner of a dog called Jessie, who tonight I can hear breathing in the heater glow distance. Time has passed since I took to my bed with joyous exhaustion, tertiary burnout, and a prescription to Prozac. I know the phone rang, and I know I must have answered it. Sons and girlfriends and mates and mother and my brother and my sister, and I know I must have talked to them all in my sadness and in my madness. I got better by touching soil, by planting, by self-medicating and keeping way more regular hours. I found my own home, a family place by a river in a small provincial New Zealand town where I dropped out of sight. I sat tight, I worked hard, I paid the bills, and I just waited, full stop. Poem ends. I've had 3 dogs in my life. This is about the first one. New dog. When they ask you what breed is he, you say he's going to be fucking any breed you want him to be. When they say how old is he, you say he's as old as you want him to be. If you say how big is he going to get, you'll say he's going to get as big as he wants. And then they say, oh, wasn't he cute? And I say, only to the beholder, full stop. Sometimes it takes one thing to trigger another thing off. The fat man hoists his Pekingese out of the knee-deep waters. His daughter/sister/wife/lover, paper thin, splashes water onto the dog's back as it heads for the shore, where it stands forlorn, dripping, shaking, with the waves running out of steam inches from its feet. Moments later, the fat man in the striped trunks hoists his daughter/sister/wife/lover onto his shoulders and piggybacks her out into the deeper waters where they embrace in a way that a father and a daughter ought not to do. He then carries out of the water. They both ignore the dog. They fold up their towels and then they just walk off, full stop. 20 minutes later, you write this. Beach scene, number 12, dogs. 1. Black female Labrador, suffering from poor self-image. The owner's wearing more clothes than me, and when the dog fetches sticks from the water, it has an annoying bark. 2. Large, tan, fluffy, oriental chow. It wades in up to its nose tip. It's clearly very delighted. It has a walrus face. It shakes itself over a group of culturally inappropriate people. I know this dog has a Germanic nature. 3. Brown Ridgeback, spoiling for a fight with the Yorkshire Terrier, but they turn out to be good friends who go swimming together over 30 metres beyond the life-saving flags. It's a true story. 4. I see the Alsatian called Alfie. He's a frenetic sex fiend. He wallows in the shallows, full stop. The second dog I had, he was constantly plagued by high maintenance issues relating to both his ass and this area under his belly. I've said enough already. Cures for canine depression. Concerned about the canine, I took him from one white-robed vet to another, who reckoned on a variety of ailments, but seemed to charge a uniformity of exorbitant fee. Now, the ailments range from mites to skin allergies to eczema to bad fleas to full anal glands to athlete's foot and then bronchitis. I noticed the dog was prodded and poked and shot full of thorazines and other anti-scratching suppressants, which kept him very quiet, made him lie down in the shade a lot. Finally, in desperation, I took him to a naturopathic vet in Papatoetoe. She said, and I quote, "Feed him more vegetables and more brown rice. Garnish that with parsley and brewer's yeast. Stop using plastic drinking bowls. Take him for swims in the sea and games in the park. Make lots of eye contact. Tell the dog you love him. Scratch behind his ear. Blow gently down his nose, full stop." This is called Ralph. It's very short. Please don't stroke that dog. It only makes him psychotic and sexual, full stop. Pithy wee number from David just then. I assume you'll get there over there. You want to keep going for 3.5 minutes?